So I think my experience is quite an interesting one, and one that many other people can actually relate to. And we're probably a group of people that aren't often discussed or talked about in this whole discussion about meat and eating less meat. I was a comfortable meat eater, but I rationally understood and to some extent appreciated the reasons why different groups of people did not eat meat. Even though I had that rational understanding, I had no intention of changing or eating less meat. But since, understanding More Than Carrots' ethos and values on eating less meat and how you can do that, I have been able to become a more mindful meat eater. And that hasn't changed who I am as a person. It hasn't necessarily changed how I think either. And my identity is still the same, which is something that I'm quite happy about. However, what it has meant is that I'm able to find very practical and, low cost-effective ways of actually changing the way I eat when it comes to meat specifically. So of course, I want to be honest about the experience. So as exciting and really interesting as it's been, it wasn't easy in the beginning. And there are some practical things that I have adopted as habits that have helped me with this transition, that haven't been painful, haven't changed who I am, don't change who I eat with, where I eat, or how much I spend, which is always a good thing. So one was that I looked at my actual diet anyway, and I realised that a fair enough proportion of it was actually veggie. And I like that food, obviously, because I eat it quite often. And so the first obvious thing for me to do was to eat more of that veggie food. The second thing was that when eating out, I actually just needed to look at what vegetarian options there were, because my default and habit was to look in the main section, and I'd always be drawn towards some type of meat-based main. And I've had some great experiences of just looking at the vegetable main options and really enjoying that selection. And that is because I've actually followed my usual taste profile. So if I normally eat sweet potato and butternut squash, which at the moment are very popular in restaurants, but if I normally eat that at home, I would select the veggie option that has that as a main or a substantial ingredient. And so I know to some extent, and a safe extent, I'm likely to enjoy that meal. So that's really the three practical things that I've been doing to help me in this transition with More Than Carrots' help.